As empaths, we often pride ourselves on being the caretaker, the one who's always there for others, always helping, always fixing. But sometimes that same care can cross into control, overgiving, even at our own expense. In this video, I'll show you why this is actually a shadow, how it shows up, how it drains you, and how to turn it into healthy, empowering support instead. I'm Monica of Monica Gold Soul. Make sure you check out my free masterclass, Why Empathic Sensitive Women Still Feel Stuck Even After Therapy and How to Break Free. In it, I break down the roadmap for how to go from feeling stuck in painful patterns like toxic relationships, people pleasing, and self-doubt to really deeply healing the old wounds and the unconscious programming in our brain, in our nervous system, the things that keep us trapped and blocked from the self-love, the self-trust, and the safety that we deserve to be able to feel. So in it, I walk you through the exact roadmap for that deeper healing. Make sure to check it out. The link is in the description box. And I also just released an inner child healing bundle. This is an audio journey as well as an integration guide. So you get a full bundle. In this, you actually do a visualization where you work with some sort of a trigger in your life, trace it back to your inner child and that kind of origin wound that happened. Really, the journey allows you to travel back in time and give your inner child exactly what they need for that deeper healing to occur, and the positive ripples that it creates in your life after doing this type of journey is really amazing. It's so healing. So I cannot recommend that enough. Make sure to check that out. Now back into today's video. For years, I thought my value came from taking care of other people. I would jump in to fix things for others and rescue them from their pain and help them manage their emotions and their life. But underneath, I realized I was really just trying to feel safe and loved and needed. And eventually I realized that this wasn't coming from pure care. Yes, of course, I am a pure-hearted, caring person, but that wasn't where this was always coming from. I realized it was actually coming from a shadow of caretaking. And when I began to heal it, like everything else with these shadows, when we begin to heal it, so many things in our life begin to shift. So why does this even show up for us? Well, as empaths, as children, many of us had to caretake our caregivers' emotions just to keep the peace or to feel safe. So, for example, if your parent was angry, you would try to go and maybe do a bunch of chores and be really kind and get all your homework done and be really caring towards them to try to make them feel better so that they wouldn't be angry anymore. This is what caretaking someone else's emotions look like. And that wires in a belief of, if I can keep them okay, then I'll be okay. And over time, that survival skill becomes a shadow where we confuse love with fixing. We start thinking that our worth comes from managing other people's well-being. And this shadow often leaks out as constantly trying to solve other people's problems, even when they didn't ask. It can show up as feeling responsible for other people's emotions or rescuing others as a way to make sure they won't leave you or as a way to feel worthy or loved. And on the surface, it looks like care, but underneath, it's often about control and fear of abandonment. So how do we work with and heal this shadow? Well, the first step, like all shadows, I'll say, is to normalize it. Caretaking as control isn't bad. It's just an old survival pattern trying to keep you safe. So realize that and send it that understanding and compassion. The second step is to step back and ask yourself, is this mine to carry? Is this actually someone else's responsibility, or is this really my responsibility? And oftentimes we feel like, oh, well, it's my mom, it's my husband, it's my whoever. So, yes, it is, of course, my responsibility. Even if they're your mom or your husband, is it really your responsibility? Probably not. 99.9% not, unless you've agreed to make it that way. We're all responsible for ourselves. So just because someone else has a certain close relationship with you doesn't make you responsible for them in any way, unless they're your kid. And also, you want to realize that caretaking other people's problems and emotions is not only an energy suck on you, but it actually also disempowers them and enables them to stay small and stuck and not take responsibility for themselves and their own life. It allows you to also keep the focus off of yourself and take responsibility for your own feelings and needs, because you can stay distracted worrying about someone else's stuff. So the third step then is to flip it into empowerment. Instead of rescuing someone else, practice holding space for someone else. Empathy isn't feeling for someone else, it's feeling with someone else. That's a Brené Brown quote. And you can show empathy towards someone else without rushing in to fix it for them. Often the best way actually that you can support and empower someone else is to show that you see their pain and believe in their strength and their ability to figure out what's best for them. That way you're supporting them without carrying their burdens for them. And you get to love and show others love while loving yourself without losing yourself. Because when you integrate this shadow, it really turns into conscious support. You stop draining yourself to keep others afloat, and instead you show up for yourself first and then give to others from that overflow, helping in ways that empower others, not subtly control others. So if this resonates with you, make sure to check out my free masterclass. It walks you through every step of the healing process for empaths. And also, that inner child healing bundle is gold for you. If you really relate to this shadow or any of these shadows that I've talked about in the rest of the videos in this series, the inner child healing bundle would be such a powerful journey for you. I am so excited. I hope you check out that medicine. See you next time.